What's up guys, Ieuan Alli here, and today I'm taking apart the JG MP5 yet again. It's still not working for me, even though I've upgraded the gearbox fully and put a new barrel in. I think it's to hop up, but since I'm taking it apart again, I'll do a disassembly video for you guys on how to take apart the dreaded MP5. It's a lengthy process, and it's quite a difficult one. Right, so let's get started. First of all, you want to take out the battery and the magazine, if you have a magazine inside of the gun. So the battery is gone. This is the holder for the battery, the handguard. Make sure you don't lose these pieces, I've already lost one. These hold up onto the actual gun. Next thing you want to do is you want to get your screwdriver, turn the gun over and take apart the back body pin for the stock. Now when you do this, there's going to be, when you take apart the stock, there's going to be two pieces that you don't want to lose. And then to take out the actual body pin itself, you may want to get a hammer, something to lightly pin it from out one side. Now what I like to do is, when I'm doing some long projects, I like to get up the screws and put them back into where they belong, so I don't lose any screws and don't forget what screws I use for what. Okay, so this part is going to be quite a tricky part. It's quite a, you have to put a lot of force into it, but then you don't want to put too much force that you end up taking apart the actual, flinging the string inside. Well, spring's not really spring, but yeah. Okay, so here, now watch this. So I take it back, it's going to get stuck. It's going to get stuck on the two pieces that hold the gun. These two will be inside here, so be careful. You set the stock to one side. Now from here, you want to start disassembling the top of the gun, the front of the gun. So take off the silencer, twist it and then take it off. This is an extended barrel that I put in. Next, what you want to do is you want to take the two screws off at the front of the gun. There's one. That should be two. So put this to the side. Okay, what you want to go and do from here now is you want to turn this over and start disassembling from this side. So now I'm going to screw off these two screws here holding the bases of the two front handguard slide covers on the battery housing. So this can't come off yet because there's two more longer screws which go through the whole body. Set these to the side. The two screws are located in this hole and this hole. Now they've got a nut to it at the back, so you want to hold that whilst you unscrew, otherwise everything's going to fall off. Have I got it? I've got it now. Yes, I do. And the other one. That's two. Oh, these screws going to be frosted. So this is the front handguard, you've got the two screws. Why is it rusting? So what I like to do again is just to put the screws back in. So I don't buy JG, everyone. This is why you don't buy JG. Next from this, you want to unscrew this screw here. Sorry if it's too bright, the sun is now setting. once this screws out, now you want to get the arm, charging handle, and you want to take this off a few times. That screw that I took off does come with a nut, so beware of that. There we go. Okay, so this is the whole unit. Don't really take it apart. There's a spring for it. Next, you can take off the things in the barrel. The covers, just to, yeah. Okay, so this is your fuse. And here's a glass type fuse, 20 amps. That's what that is. Okay, so for the body now, first what we want to do is you want to take the front side off. And by doing this, you release a nut on the other side. Take this off. Now from here, you're going to take out the motor. So there's two screws holding in the motor height adjustment plate. I'm going to take this out. This takes forever. Oh my god. This does take forever, but there we go. And now inside, you're going to be careful. You have two cables touching to your motor. Take one off, take the other one off. Red goes to red, black goes to non-solid. Take out the motor. Put that to one side. Somewhere where it's not going to attach to anything. So it's a magnet. Now inside the actual, there's two more screws, but first of all we're going to take apart the fire selector switch. The left fire selector switch, you've got it's an Allen key screw, but I don't have an Allen key that small, so I'm going to use a very tiny, I'm going to use a very tiny flathead, and that can get inside. There we go. Put this to one side, make sure you don't lose the screws. This, just push down the metal bar. And then it will pop out the other selector side. There we go. And I'll put the switch on the other side. Next you're going to take off the body pin. Remember, all this you would have to do to get down to the gearbox and the... You have to do this to get down to the gearbox and to get down to the barrel. Hop on. Can you see the screws? There's one. Now what I like to do in here is if I get the wires out of the way, what I find best is if you unscrew it to a certain amount where the actual screw won't come out, but it's unscrewed, because it's quite a pain to get this back inside. That should be good. And the other one. If it works in the end, then it will be worth it, but if it doesn't, then it's not really worth it. So now here you've got this part here, the selector. You want to carefully move this, and that will fall down. The selector will fall down. Don't lose this. This is what connects the selector plate. In here you want to be careful and just maneuver the wires through the holes to take apart the lower receiver. It's just polymer, and that's it really. Now when you get to this stage, you've got 3 screws, one here, one here, and one here. But before you do any of those, you need to turn to this side and unscrew the mag release screw. You can find the right there it is. Take it over, it's kind of there we go. Now this screw, you don't want to lose it, you want to put it inside this part of the mag piece. Okay, double. Right, so next, here with the hop-up adjustment, on the other side there will be an O-ring. And now this O-ring, what you're just going to do, you're going to get it and you're going to pull it off. Be careful not to crack it or break the O-ring, but there it is. Again, it won't focus, but there's the O-ring. Then you want to press this down and pop the hop-up adjustment tool out. Put it near the O-ring so you don't lose the O-ring. Now take it back to this side, and what you find here is you've got 3 screws, one here, and one right there. For this you want to take out all 3 screws. It's 1, in here it's 2, and over here next to the hop-up adjustment is 3. Now I'm going to carefully put these apart, and now what's also going to fall down is your spring from the mag release. So you're going to keep that, put them together, keep them safe. You also have a brass cylinder that will fall down with another mag release, secondary mag release, and put that to a side too. You have the claw mount will also fall down. You're going to take this, put it to a side, and now you're left with the gearbox inside. What else I want to point out is that a nut will fall out. No, nut's still there. Be careful in here, connecting this part, the iron sight. There will be a nut which you want to be careful when you take it out, because that will probably fall. But what I need to do now is somehow maneuver this out, the gearbox out of the way. And then you're left with the hop-up unit, and the hop-up unit, how to get this out is you want to take your Phillips screw, and there's 2 screws holding it down, 1 and 2, if I can reach. The routing for the wires are quite strange. You have to put the gearbox in and put this in. First of all, you want to get the 2 wires, put them here, both the wires that go around, and then put it behind this point here, and then go up into here, and this bracket, this ledge, whatever you want to call this, is where this will go over. But yeah, this is it for how to disassemble the JG MP5. It's a lengthy process. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes, however long this video is. And yeah, good luck when you take it apart. To assemble it again, you just want to work in reverse. If you want me to make an assembly video, then go ahead, smash the like button and comment down below how to make an assembly video. But that's it. I'm not going to go into the gearbox just yet, because I need to fix this up before I do any video about the gearbox. But yeah, that's been it really. This is now your disassembled, tool stripped MP5 from JG. All MP5s are the same, except from the front handguard and the stock. The stock in this is a slide out stock. I mean, you still slide out the stock for the full stock MP5 instead of the J style stock, retractable one. And for the front, it's the SD, just twist this, but there would be some screws holding in the front for the other handguards out there. But yeah, this has been Ieuan and Alli. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today about disassembling your JG MP5. Good luck with it. It's a painful process, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.